103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
Good afternoon. We welcome you into the Friday edition of the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger. What a world. Just going full Spaceballs on you there, Rogers. What's up, everybody? It's Patrick and it's Rogers. It'd be weird if the Patrick Netherton Show was not hosted by Patrick Netherton. Like, that'd just be kind of odd, I think. Hey, we've got, again, an abbreviated, not necessarily inebriated show today. We have got to go and make a move back to Natchitoches as we are in the midst of 4 games in 4 days. Yes, 4 games in 4 days. So we're full bore, man. Just going. Go. Volleyball match last night, volleyball match tonight, football tomorrow, soccer on Sunday. Rogers, I haven't even looked at soccer yet. Not even remotely looked at it. I think they're playing Southeastern. It's the conference opener. Haven't looked. But we had an actual thrilling volleyball match last night. Which the thing I find myself struggling with, Rogers, and is kind of getting my excitement level up for some, Northwestern Grambling. Grambling is they're a fine team, but they're just not, they're not a match for Northwestern, and Northwestern kind of rolls over them, and it's hard to sort of get your energy level up for that kind of game and to kind of continue to be excited about it. But we had an absolute blast last night. It ended up going 5 sets. Northwestern won the first set. Then Southeastern, who is kind of seems to be the pick to win the conference. They won the conference tournament last year. Southeastern wins the second and third set and just mauls Northwestern in the middle 2 sets. And then they turn around, they go to the 4th set. You think, okay, well, Southeastern, they gave up the first set, but that's going to be it. And then next thing you know, Northwestern wins set 4. They turn around and win set 5 and won the thing. It was pretty remarkable. So tonight, NSU and Louisiana Tech, for those that may be interested in volleyball. Should you have an interest in volleyball, then hey, tonight's your night. Actually, this whole tournament's pretty cool. They're played 4 matches today. Got another 3 matches tomorrow. So if you're a volleyball fan, they're not all televised. The only one that's televised is the Northwestern ones. But hey, if you're into it, you like volleyball, head down to Natchitoches. You can watch a whole day of volleyball. 4 matches yesterday, 4 matches today, 3 tomorrow, and we've got 7:00 tonight. Northwestern State and Louisiana Tech. And it's all Louisiana schools, by the way, called the Battle for the Boot. Rogers, it does. You think we're the only sports talk show in the nation talking about college volleyball in the opening segment of a show on a Friday before college football and in the NFL? Oh, great. No, look, we had fun, and it's been kind of a fun adventure, right? I've never done volleyball before, never done soccer before, and so it's been fun. All right. So again, for Rogers, who doesn't know these things, it's on ESPN Plus tonight at 7:00. Northwestern State and Louisiana Tech. Then, if you're into football, the erstwhile battle for Chief Caddo will be tomorrow at 6:00. Stephen F. Austin and Northwestern State. That will also be broadcast on ESPN Plus. Myself, Gary Reasons, and Tyler Moody on the sideline. We'll have that for you. Speaking of Tyler Moody, coming up at 4:20, appropriately enough for our man Moody, it is Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers. We will go through and give you our picks. Last week, we did 8 picks. Typically, we do 7, but last week we did 8. I finished 5-3. Moody finished 4-4. So right there, if you went with us, at least you were a game over 500. So I went 5. Wait, sorry, I went 5. No, you were 2 games over 500 because I went 5-3 and Moody went 4-4. Did I go 5-3? I thought. Wait a second. Now I went 5-3. Moody went 4-4. So you would have been 2 games over 500 if you went with us. I got it done for you last week. Got it done for you. Chuck just asked, do they still carry the Chief Caddo statue back and forth to the Victor, their location? Well, we kind of talked about it yesterday, Chuck. They've retired Chief Caddo. The Caddo Indian Nation sent a letter to the respective universities back in 19 or 20 and basically said, look, this is offensive to us. We do not like it. We're not honored by it. We don't consider it an homage to us. It's not an accurate depiction of us. It's not an accurate depiction of our tribe and what we are and our people. So we ask that you stop playing for it. And so the 2 schools got together. This was back kind of during the pandemic. It was either 20 or 21. And the 2 schools got together and decided they would retire the trophy. So the trophy is in storage somewhere at Stephen F. Austin. They won it in 2019, which is the last time that SFA and Northwestern State played. And so the trophy has been retired. They are working on trying to figure out something new to play for, but it is not going to be Chief Caddo anymore. And again, I think if the Caddo Nation says, hey, we're fine with it, or we don't care either way, then I think you keep going. But once the people that you are trying to pay homage to say, hey, we're offended by it, then you got to change it. You can't keep going that way. So there you go. Pumpman asks, are your picks straight up or against the spread? Well, our picks are against the spread, me and Moody. We do not do. If we were straight up picks, I mean, I'd just go pick the biggest favorite every week, and I'd go 7-0 every week, right? I'd go pick Miami to beat Bethune-Cookman last night. By the way, Rogers, did they end up covering? I never saw the final score of that. We talked about it last night that it was a 53.5 point line, but I never did see if they ended up covering or not. So I need to go check that out. But yeah, our picks are against the spread. Honestly, it would be no fun to pick straight up. Like that doesn't take any skill. Now, if we were picking, if we were picking like the closest games straight up, then that'd be one thing. But if we were just, hey, pick 7 games straight up, it's super easy to just go pick the biggest spreads and pick the winners, and you just go, basically undefeated every week. So we don't do that. Yes, we do pick against the spread. Last week, and we'll kind of go back through the picks, but last week I went 5-3 versus the spread. Moody went 4-4 against the spread. So yeah, we don't. We do it the right way. We don't cut any corners. We handle it the right way. So, like last week. I had Tulane plus 7.5. Ole Miss got a late, I think it was a fumble return for a touchdown. I had San Diego State plus 14. UCLA got the big win. I had Saints minus 3. They won, but they did not cover. Ended up being a 1-point victory. Moody had Trevor Lawrence over 255 passing yards. He did not go over that. I think he had like 220. He had Broncos minus 3.5 against the Raiders. That didn't work out. He had Browns and Bengals over 47.5. That didn't work out, though he did have the Browns plus 2. And then he also had, as I did, Saints minus 3 against the Titans. And again, the Saints won. They just didn't cover. So this week, we always have to pick LSU, Saints, and Cowboys. We make those must picks. LSU's a 9.5-point favorite at Mississippi State. The Cowboys are a 9-point favorite at home against the Jets. And the Saints are a 3-point favorite on the road at the Panthers. So those are the games we have to pick, and then we get 4 of our own wild card picks, if you will. So that's what we've got going on. All right, sharing out the link to the YouTube channel. So if you are usually a YouTube channel watcher, you should be able to click the link. Also, we ask that you subscribe to the YouTube channel while you're at it. We would greatly appreciate that. Always looking for new subscribers. I think we're up at 261, something like that. Let me see what we're at now. We are up to, I think we were at 261 yesterday, and we are at 261 today. So feel free to hit us up and subscribe to the channel. We would certainly appreciate it. So we shared the link out, so go hit us up. Of course, the upset special pick is a whoever wins whoever gets the biggest underdog that wins outright. First week it was Colorado, who was 20 and a half, something like that. Last week it was Florida International, who was 10.5 and won. So it's upset special is biggest underdog that wins outright. Our picks are against the spread. So that's what we look at. All right. A couple ways you can get in touch with the show. You can call us if you like. That number is 318-320-1130. That's 318-320-1130.
Hello.
You can text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. That number is 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426, also known as the
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing
text line. Find us there. We are available as well on YouTube. YouTube.com/@Netherton Show. YouTube.com/@Netherton Show will get you directly to us. And you can watch the show from there. You can also subscribe to the channel, which we would hope you would. If you have not already, by subscribing to the channel, you get the immediate notifications when we go live. And, I think one of the things we may do, Hambone and I may go live from time to time, maybe out to lunch or, on a trip somewhere. We might go live every so often, mobile. So you gotta subscribe and able to be able to know that we're going live on some of those kind of odd times that we do things. Our show is brought to you by Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Two Johns Steak and Seafood, and Hollis Dental Care. We appreciate all of them for sponsoring this here little program. We thank them so much for being a part, and we hope that you will visit and patronize our fine sponsors. Use Bobby L. Greene Plumbing when you have an issue with your plumbing. Feel free to go have a meal at Two Johns. And if, Rogers, you eat something a little too sweet at Two Johns and it gives you a little toothache, well, you know to call Hollis Dental Care. It's what they're all there for. So youtube.com/@Netherton Show is the way that you get in touch with us, on at least in terms of if you want to watch the show and subscribe to the channel. You can also find us on Twitter, Twitter X, whatever you want to call it. We're available there. All you have to do is give us a shout At Netherton Show is the main Twitter feed. That guy over there is at Heyboy Rogers. I would be at PT Netherton. So find us on any of those places, any of that social media. Rogers loves when folks come in and interact with him on his Twitter profile. He especially loves it now that it's called X. He's a big fan of X. It's his thing. So feel free to give him a holler over on the Twitters. We are also available on the app. That's a good way to tune in. 1130 The Tiger. Search for it on Google Play or iTunes App Store. And you can listen to it in crystal clear HD audio. It's a good way to tune in. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend.
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Hey, boy! Hey, boy.
What?
No, it's gotten where I can't turn it off.
I know. I've seen you beat that.
Yeah, this thing was already supposed to have been destroyed months ago.
We're going to have to Office Space it.
Hey, boy.
There you go. Hi, man. We'll take it out back with a sledgehammer and just Office Space it. I know you never saw Office Space.
If only we had some studios with new equipment in it.
Yeah, that's true. If only we had pretty boards that were just monitors, that were touch screens, waiting for us. Come do a show in here. The mood lighting's beautiful. Look how pretty all of the equipment is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How are you, buddy? You doing all right?
I'm okay.
Yeah,
It's
hanging
been a
in?
long, weird
Hey,
week.
At least it's Friday, man.
Yeah.
And
Next week's going to be weirder.
is it?
Yeah. I got to
going
do
on
sports
next week?
talk every day.
Oh.
And got to do the Friday night high school show.
Yikes.
And I'm going to have to do the Wednesday night Independence Bowl show and talking Tiger football. I think I'm just going to sleep here at the station on Wednesday night.
I mean, Rogers, the good news is I'm in all week. I thought I was going to be out on Wednesday, but insurance being what it is,
Yeah.
I
So that wasn't going to help me either way since I got to stay
Right.
till 5. So I was like, okay.
I had a heart cath scheduled with my cardiologist. Wanted to go in. So there might be a little slight blockage. They just kind of want to go in and look at it. And because they determined that via the stress test that I took a while back, like a week or two ago. And so I got a notification in the mail today, Rogers, that my insurance company has decided to deny the heart cath procedure. They're not going to pay for it because I didn't have a stress test, which I absolutely had. And that's why we were doing this heart cath to start with. So, yeah, if you want to talk about biggest scams in the world, medical insurance, just insurance in general, really, but medical insurance especially, pay high premiums and half the time they deny your claims. Why we're putting people into bankruptcy for health care, I'll never understand. Not in a million years. We're supposed to be the most enlightened society in the history of the world. And we make people go bankrupt because they can't pay for life-saving medical treatments. I will never understand that concept as long as I live. So, but anyway, so I'm Rogers. All I've got is I've got Friday, Saturday next week, and I don't even have a football game next Saturday. I've just got a volleyball match Saturday afternoon that I got to go down and do. It's actually our off weekend for football, so. Double J said Hollis Dental doesn't do that. You're right. Hollis Dental, good, affordable dental care. Work with your insurance companies. Take care of you. It's mostly for the really big stuff that kind of thing happens. Like I said, I mean, it's literally I go in and have a stress test. They say, hey, we want to do a heart cath based on what we saw in your stress test. It's not an emergency. You're not going to keel over and die, but we think there may be some buildup. We want to kind of go look. And then the insurance company writes back and says, sorry, we're going to deny this because you didn't have a stress test. That's why we decided to do this to start with. So next week we'll try to see if we can get all that sorted out. Because, medical insurance is one of the most insane things that exists out there. But that's, Rogers, that's a 7:10 Keel topic, really, That's less of an 11:30 The Tiger topic and more of a 7:10 Keel topic. But I'll get over there and let them know. We'll get over there and talk about it. Otherwise, though, we are here to discuss all of the goings-on in the world of sports, and we'll also do our picks. Don't forget, also, we're doing the Two Johns Upset Special today. We'll take your picks really until game time tomorrow. I prefer if all of your picks are in by 11 a.m. tomorrow, but that's not a big deal. As long as you have your pick in before the game you're picking starts, then I'm reasonably okay with it. So you get your pick in, your game starts at 6 and your pick's in at 5:45, we're okay. As long as I can look at it and see that your pick came in at 5:45 and your game started at 6, then we are all right. Because I don't go back and look at the picks until Sunday. And probably tomorrow, probably this weekend, because I have football tomorrow and then soccer on Sunday. I probably won't even look at them until Monday. But Monday morning, I'll go through and kind of make sure all the picks where we're at to get ready for that. Buck Naked said an upset special would be the insurance company making a sensible decision. Well, it would be. I'm sure it's sensible for them, for their bottom line. It's just not sensible for the people. Insurance companies don't seem to work for the people. And I'm talking specifically about medical insurance. Car insurance seems to be okay. Homeowners seems to be fine, except when you get like a big disaster and then they seem to kind of not want to approve claims and stuff. But medical especially, man, because it's such an expensive area of the world. And to have people going bankrupt, $50,000, $100,000 medical procedures that could save their lives, and they're stuck with the bill. It's not okay. It's not okay to have that as a society. All right. But on happier notes, we got Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers coming up in about an hour. Moody and I will give you our picks to click for the weekend. We'll also have more of your Two Johns Upset special picks. Hambone and I will look at a few games as well. And whatever else is on your mind, man, text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. The Patrick Netherton Show brought to you by Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Two Johns Steak and Seafood, and Hollis Dental Care. We'll be back.
I want to feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze. Keep me warm in your love. Then you softly leave, and it's me you need to show. How deep is your love?
The following is a paid program. Participants of this program are not employees of this station, and their views, opinions, and claims do not necessarily represent those of Town Square Media, its employees, or advertisers. 11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis and his team can handle everything from simple cleanings to major dental implants, all in-house. And if you've got a toothache, call 318-703-6680 by 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and you're guaranteed to be seen the same day. That's Hollis Dental Care. Call them at 318-703-6680 or find them at Benton Road and Wimple. Hollis Dental Care, the best spot for your smile.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing has been in business for over 6 decades, 60-plus years. That's remarkable, since technology is always shifting and times change. Not only has Bobby L. Greene Plumbing survived, they adapted to the modern marketplace, and they've thrived. Greene Plumbing can spot trouble faster and repair it quicker using the latest technology. That eliminates your discomfort and saves you money. Bobby L. Greene, the Green Team, the plumbing team you like best.
If you're looking for the finest in seafood, the finest in steaks, and a beautiful ambiance, you're looking for Two Johns Steak and Seafood, 2151 Airline Drive in Bossier City. It is absolutely spectacular, from the New Orleans-style courtyard to the ambiance of the bar to the elegance of the dining room. The best steaks, the best seafood, one of the best wine lists in town, and don't forget Friday lunch where you can have a beautiful ribeye burger, just the tastiest one in town. It's Two John's Steak and Seafood, and make sure you tell Big John we said hello.
We're your local bank in your community, so come on in and say hi. You'll like what you see at your service. At GBT. At your service. At GBT. At your service. At GBT. We're gonna make it right for you every day, every way. We're at your service. At GBT. At your service. GBT. Come on. We're more than a bank. We're more than a site. We're the friend you turn to when it's gotta be right. No matter how big, no matter how small, we're here to serve you and we give it our all. 'Cause we're at your service. At GBT. At your service. At GBT. We're at your service. At GBT. We're the Gibbsman Bank and Trust, and we're at your service. GBT.
Member FDIC.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Football is back with another week of epic games. And who's got you covered on all the action for every single one of them? DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers can bet $5 on football and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Nobody's missing out on the action this season. All DraftKings customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every game day this September. Get in on the NFL Week 2 action with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app now and use the code TIGER, T-I-G-E-R, to sign up. New customers can bet just $5 and take home $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code TIGER. The crown is yours. 21 and older, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-426-2537.
A company is only as good as its people, and at Jack Spring Electric, they have a collection of the best. Jack Spring Electric is humbled every day by the excellence of their team. They'll always work hard to provide exactly what their customer needs, whether an industrial plant, commercial storefront, or residential work, they've got you covered. If you want the job done right, within budget, on time, and by a dedicated team player, Jack Spring Electric is the electrical contractor for you. Find them at jackspringelectric.com. That's jackspringelectric.com.
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Shop the largest selection of Klein tools and get 5 times the bonus points. Plus, right now, buy a DeWalt Power Stack battery kit and get a select DeWalt Bear tool free, up to a $249 value. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid 9/18 through 9/29. Subject to change. DeWalt offer valid through 10/11.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
Well, it's a patented key ingredient called testofen. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. It's backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ALL to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ALL to 42424. That's ALL to 42424. Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
A Rottweiler named Whiskey, with hours to live, brought back to full health. A terrier named Snoopy, paralyzed in all 4 legs, who ran and played again within months. These dogs are known as Marty's Miracles. Dogs brought back to health by Dr. Marty Goldstein.
I've helped countless dogs thrive with one simple concept. Your dog needs a high-meat diet similar to what their ancestors ate in the wild.
Called the Miracle Worker by Forbes magazine, he's now created a premium dog food for you called called Nature's Blend. It's the easiest way to support your dog's easy digestion, nourished skin, playful energy, and most importantly, their healthy, full life. For a limited time, save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get free premium dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511.
I'm so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
All pets are unique. Your pet's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Walk-On's athletes put everything they've got into the game. Walk-On Sports Bistro puts everything we've got into bringing you a game day with a taste of Louisiana. Catch all your teams on over 70 big screen TVs. Dig into our mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. It's all made from scratch with ingredients you can't help but crave. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Fox Sports plays here.
Floating through the airwaves like smooth hickory smoke. Patrick Netherton.
Wait, did you just say Friday Night Football in reference to this? Because she's just like a cheerleader? Okay. I thought, all right, I know they're cheering. I was like, wait, I wasn't sure on the reference there. I was trying to make sure I was where I thought I was. Yeah, the whole cheerleading video. Oh, the frenzy. Patrick Netherton, show, 11:30. The Tiger, Rogers, Hampton, and me. Hey, Mickey. Rogers, she was not actually a cheerleader, correct? Yeah. Tony, hold on. I don't want to look. I don't look for a hint. Mickey, I don't remember. Tony Basil. A nerve. Tony Marijuana. Tony Weed. Rogers, Tony Basil. Actual name or stage name? What do you think? I don't know either. I'm going to go stage name. That sounds made up, Tony Basil. So what do you think, Roger? You going to go? You think it's real? All right, I'm going to look it up. Tony Basil.
You could have picked a better name.
I mean, I guess. Rogers, Tony Basil. So it's actually kind of her name.
Probably short for Basilio or something.
Well, you're not far off. Antonia, which Tony, right? Antonia Christina Basilotta. Okay. So Rogers was close. He said like Basiloca or something, you know.
Peter Christula.
Yeah. So Antonio Christina Basilotta or Basilotta.
No wonder she cut that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Rogers, her father led an orchestra and her mother performed in vaudeville. She was raised in Las Vegas, went to Las Vegas High School, Rogers, where she was head cheerleader. At that point, she was already known as Tony. She later incorporated her cheerleading experience into her dance career, including choreography of Mickey. Okay, here you go, Rogers. Here's a little piece of knowledge to drop on your friends, even though you don't have really friends to drop knowledge on. Rogers, the cheerleading uniform that she wore in the video was the one she wore in high school. That's impressive. Alive or dead, Rogers? Tony Basil. 79. Still kicking. Amazing. Amazing. She also, Rogers, did you know she was a dancer in Viva Las Vegas? The Elvis Presley film.
I knew she was extra.
She was a dancer in that. She was the lead dancer in the 1964 beach party film Pajama Party. But yeah, she actually was a dancer in Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. She was in a show called TAMI Show which would go on to be deemed culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant by the Library of Congress and selected for preservation in the National Film Registry. Also, Rogers, she was in the Monkees' 1968 film Head, and she partnered with Davy Jones during Daddy's Song. Yeah, he's the little tiny one. Huh. So there you go. She was also credited as a choreographer for several episodes of The Carol Burnett Show. Dang, she's done some serious choreography. American Graffiti, The Rose, Peggy Sue Got Married, Something to Talk About, That Thing You Do. There you go.
I love that.
Yeah, My Best Friend's Wedding, Legally Blonde 2, Red, White, and Blonde, Charlie Wilson's War, and The House Bunny, which I'm a fan of. That's crazy. Good for her. No idea she had that. Yeah, kind of the Paula Abdul of the 80s. Good for her. I had no idea that she continued on after just having Mickey. I didn't realize she had more after that. Double J said she was in Easy Rider.
Wow, that's going back. Good God.
Let's see. She was also a dancer on Shindig. When was Easy Rider, Rogers?
60s or 70s.
Trying to see if it's in her Wikipedia.
Late 60s or right at early 70s.
I don't see it in her Wikipedia, but I'm not going to disagree with Double J.
Been one of those non-credit.
Double J would know. Let's see. Let's get some texts on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. Don't forget, you can continue to send in your Two Johns upset special picks. You can do that by texting the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. All you have to do is send in the biggest underdog that you believe will win outright. You think that 30-point underdog's going to get the outright win? Send it in. Do it. Oh, Rogers, so remember last week we were having the debate on whether or not Taylor was a man? From the three people that won, it was Tiffany, Taylor, and Carly, and we couldn't decide if Taylor was a man. Taylor just sent his pick in and said, I'm a man. He said, I'm also a man. I was like, okay, good. You never know, man. I mean, Rogers, the most famous Taylor in the world is a girl. Would you agree?
Right now.
Right. Well, sure, right now. Who was the most famous Taylor before T. Swift?
For me growing up, it was Charlton Heston in Planet of the Apes. His name was Taylor.
Okay.
He was one of the astronauts that got caught.
Okay.
He was the only one that could speak, so that's what made him stand out. Taylor! Oh, a human can talk? Oh!
And then they had they were on the beach and the head of the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, they ruined it.
Ruined it.
Damn them all to hell.
Damn those dirty apes. Poor Rogers can't cut his microphone off. I know. Just beat the board down. Oh, no, I guess we have to get a new board. This one suddenly has a giant hole in it. We don't know how it happened.
Stop Kelly from doing it.
Yeah. We are not sure how that occurred. But anyway, you pick the biggest underdog that you believe will win outright, and you send that in to us, and you put it in. Rogers, could you argue that the most popular Taylor before Swift was Lautner?
Probably for that.
Because of the Twilight movies.
Yeah. I thought he was funny with his fraternity brothers and Grown-Ups too.
Yeah, were they getting ready to fight? Yeah. Yeah, in Grown-Ups too. I'm trying to think. I don't know Taylor Dane.
Okay, that's
going back a little ways. Taylor. I don't know. I can't come up with. There's not many. There's not. I can't come up with another Taylor. So Taylor on our text line is a man. Rogers. Right. He's 40. He's a man. He's 40. Rogers. I would have given you Bethune-Cookman plus 53.5, just because we were talking about it yesterday, how ridiculous that line is. Miami won 48-7. Guess what they didn't do? Cover the spread.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Miami completely dominated Bethune-Cookman. They were up 41-0 before Bethune-Cookman ever did anything.
Almost like the Calvary.
And next thing you know, yeah, by the way, Calvary Bird had a running clock in the first half. Oh, my gosh. I saw Roy's tweet that the yardage at halftime, Calvary had over 400 yards at the half. Oof. Buck Naked suggested Taylor Moore, the former owner of the Captains,
Oh, good God. Well, that's a good one locally.
and former athletic director at Centenary College as well. Yeah, it's not bad. Is Taylor Moore still around? I don't even know.
I think over in the Dallas.
Lives in Dallas? Okay.
Yeah. Or somewhere in East Texas.
No idea. Be a good where are they now kind of
I
thing.
remember seeing him at Bob Griffin's funeral.
Oh, he came over for Griffin?
Gilbert
Yeah.
Little and
Gilbert, yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, Miami only won by 41. So Bethune-Cookman easily covered 53 in the hook. Wasn't even close. And I honestly would have picked Bethune-Cookman plus 53. If I had to pick that game, I would have been like, man, come on. Like, Miami can win 50-0. They can win 52-0 and still not cover. Like, come on, man. Johnny said Taylor Dane. Buck Naked said Taylor Moore, owner of the Captains. Double J said Lawrence Taylor, but we're talking about people with first name Taylor, not last name Taylor. Cookie Man said, did you already say Taylor Dane? Yes. Yes, we did. All right. So, again, send your Two Johns Upset special picks to the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 318-6570-HAM, 6570426. Biggest underdog that you believe will win outright. We'd love to hear from you. Chief said Tony is still alive. Taylor, not Tony. Yeah, he said, sorry. Tony said Taylor is still alive. Whew.
Good God.
It's too many T's, right? Tony Taglavore said Taylor is still ticking. Yes, he is. It's too many T's. Yes, Taylor Moore, still alive. I figured he was. I figured we'd have heard about it if he had passed on. All right. So send in your picks on the for the upset special. We will take those. Get to your texts on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. If you have any comments on the YouTube channel, send them over there as well. YouTube.com/@Netherton Show. Coming up at 4:20, Tyler Moody, not Taylor Moody. Tyler Moody. I'm going to call him Taylor at some point in time. Tyler Moody has, don't say, come on, Fletch. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me, Rogers Hampton. So,
oh man,
yeah, send your picks. Biggest upset you believe will win outright, and then Tyler Moody and I will have Patrick's picks and Moody's Moneymakers coming up at 4:20. Get to the text line. Find picks. I got to do picks. Cocky Cockaboo said I'll take Ann Margaret 10 times out of 10. Well, we weren't comparing anyone to anyone. I didn't know that Tony Basil did as much stuff as she did. I had no idea. Cocky said, wouldn't it be ironic if Colorado became the biggest upset this week on the opposite end of the spectrum? He also said earliest first commercial break ever. Nah, we've taken a few earlier. But yeah, 24 minutes is yeah. Plus, I'm getting out a little early. And so because of that, I'm trying to be a little more careful about getting my breaks in because I got to make sure I get my breaks in before I get out of here. I do love Taylor. I'm also a guy. Dr. TV said that Stephen F. Austin and NSU could play for the Camino Real crown. I don't even know what that means. The road from Natchitoches to Mexico goes through Nacogdoches, hundreds of years old. I guess that's the road, Camino Real. All right. I didn't know that. But I can always rely on Dr. TV to have some good information, considering the fact he is a doctor, after all. Doctor. Glad I'm not sick. Chuck said, Tony has done it again. Yeah, I guess so. Also said maybe Stephen F. Austin and Northwestern State can play for meat pies and Taco Casa gift cards. Well, meat pies would certainly work. But, Rogers, you better not go get in that. You better not go end up in that hospital in Kansas City, Missouri. They got robots. They got robots delivering things to people. Don't you get sick in Kansas City, Missouri, Rogers.
You got to worry about that.
You better not end up in there. You're gonna get some robots bringing you stuff. Look at that robot running through. Look at him going through the halls with stuff. He's even got like a little face, like he's Johnny Five. Just robots. Skins Daddy suggested Taylor Netherton, local golfer. Yeah, because old cousin Taylor. Gene the Dancing Machine suggested Taylor Hawkson from Foo Fighters. Yeah, see, I don't know him. I've never heard of him before. I have heard of Taylor Dane. I have heard of Taylor Lautner. I've not heard of Taylor Hawkson. Then Who Dat Nation said Taylor Hawkins, the drummer from Foo Fighters.
I was gonna say it's not Hawkson, it's Hawkins.
Hawkins, okay. Yeah. Never heard of either one of them.
He just died.
Taylor Hawkins just died? Oh, that's the one that they stopped touring for a little while because of that. Okay.
That usually does it.
Yeah, it does tend to do it. You usually need a drummer, Rogers. Yeah. It's typically reasonably integral to the group. James on the YouTube channel said, "Welcome back to the man I get paid to listen to, the Batrick Tetherton Show. Ha ha, get it, because I'm almost tethered to him. Ha ha, I'm funny." That's our producer for ESPN Plus, James. Yeah, he has to listen to me every day. Right, that's why I had y'all together in here commiserating over having to produce me on a regular basis. You have to produce me basically every day. James has had to produce me Tuesday, last night, tonight, tomorrow, and then he gets a day off on Sunday. And then he gets a few days off until next Saturday when we have another volleyball match. But then I've got soccer as well on Friday. But I get a whole weekday off. Well, what do they call those? Weekend? Yeah. I get the working week off.
You were fletching it, buddy.
Hey, Rogers, don't you insult me like that. Fletching it. Could be because I just ate 2 donuts, Rogers. May have the sugar may have gotten to me, Rogers. Think the sugar may have hit me. It happens. Hey, speaking of Taylor Dane, tell it to my heart. Is this love or just a game? I love that. It's never ending. Oh, when we're together. She says it's never ending later. Heat of pleasure, Rogers. Hadn't had any of that in a while. I don't even know what Taylor Dane's talking about. James said, "Listen, I don't get paid to be radio funny man. I get paid to be funny man on TV." Oh, no, he said, "Listen, I don't get paid to be radio funny man. I get paid to get funny man on TV." Okay, that made a lot of sense. James had to get after me last night, Rogers. Yeah, he kind of had to give me the business a little bit, which I took it. He was right. He was like, "Hey, we're recording the Open at 6:30 for a 7 o'clock match." And the Southeastern coach went to the bathroom. Took a while. Finally came back out. We finally got to talk to him, and we hadn't, spoken to him. We were trying to get some information. And I look at my watch, and it's like, it's 6:40, 6:45. I get over there, and James goes, "Hey, if I say 6:30, man, show up at 6:30. I'm like, "No, you're right. Absolutely right. I 100% deserved it. We were working. We were trying, we weren't goofing off, but he's right. You know, we were going to record at 6:30. I should have been over there at 6:30. He's absolutely right. I took my medicine like a man. Rectally. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. It's the Patrick Netherton Show, 11:30 The Tiger. Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis and his team can handle everything from simple cleanings to major dental implants, all in-house. And if you've got a toothache, call 318-703-6680 by 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and you're guaranteed to be seen the same day. That's Hollis Dental Care. Call them at 318-703-6680 or find them at Benton Road and Wimple. Hollis Dental Care, the best spot for your smile.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing has been in business for over 6 decades, 60-plus years. That's remarkable, since technology is always shifting and times change. Not only has Bobby L. Greene Plumbing survived, they adapted to the modern marketplace, and they've thrived. Greene Plumbing can spot trouble faster and repair it quicker using the latest technology. That eliminates your discomfort and saves you money. Bobby L. Greene, the Greene Team, the plumbing team you like best.
If you're looking for the finest in seafood, the finest in steaks, and a beautiful ambiance, you're looking for Two John Steak and Seafood, 2151 Airline Drive in Bossier City. It is absolutely spectacular, from the New Orleans-style courtyard to the ambiance of the bar to the elegance of the dining room. The best steaks, the best seafood, one of the best wine lists in town, and don't forget Friday lunch, where you can have a beautiful ribeye burger, just the tastiest one in town. It's Two John Steak and Seafood, and make sure you tell Big John we said hello.
We're your local bank in your community, so come on in and say hi. You'll like what you see at your service. At GBT, at your service. At GBT, at your service. At GBT, we're gonna make it right for you every day, every way. We're at your service. At GBT, at your service. GBT, come on, we're more than a bank. We're the friend you turn to when it's gotta be right. No matter how big, no matter how small, we're here to serve you and we give it our all. 'Cause we're at your service. At GBT, at your service. At GBT, we're at your service. At GBT, we're the Gibbsman Bank and Trust, and we're at your service. GBT.
Member FDIC.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Football is back with another week of epic games. And who's got you covered on all the action for every single one of them? DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers can bet $5 on football and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Nobody's missing out on the action this season. All DraftKings customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every game day this September. Get in on the NFL Week 2 action with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app now and use the code TIGER, T-I-G-E-R, to sign up. New customers can bet just $5 and take home $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code TIGER. The crown is yours. 21 and older, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-426-2537.
What if I told you there was a way to step into another gear for your brain and be much sharper, more focused, and improve your memory to a level that you could only dream about, and notice these results in 30 minutes? Hard to believe? Neuroscientists are calling this new brain discovery the biggest advancement in brain science to date. It's called Limitless, the brain pill of the future. Take it, and within 30 minutes, you'll transport your mind to a new level of focus and clarity you would have never thought possible.
I took Limitless, and it started working in minutes. All of a sudden, it felt like a dark cloud had been lifted up right before my eyes. I have a mental clarity I've never felt before.
Biz execs, athletes, teachers, and students are calling Limitless a secret weapon for the brain. You have nothing to lose, so call now and find out how to get a free bottle today.
To find out how to get your free bottle of Limitless, call 800-605-3946. That's 800-605-3946. Get your free bottle for a limited time. Call now. 800-605-3946. 800-605-3946.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, Powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Walk-On's athletes put everything they've got into the game. Walk-On Sports Bistro puts everything we've got into bringing you a game day with a taste of Louisiana. Catch all your teams on over 70 big screen TVs. Dig into our mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. It's all made from scratch with ingredients you can't help but crave. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
A company is only as good as its people, and at Jack Spring Electric, they have a collection of the best. Jack Spring Electric is humbled every day by the excellence of their team. They'll always work hard to provide exactly what their customer needs, whether an industrial plant, commercial storefront, or residential work, they've got you covered. If you want the job done right, within budget, on time, and by a dedicated team player, Jack Spring Electric is the electrical contractor for you. Find them at jackspringelectric.com. That's jackspringelectric.com.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match, only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
One more rep. You got it.
10.
Nice work. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I gotta tell you, taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix, that's the testosterone booster TV ads with Frank Thomas, the big hurt, right?
Yeah, the patented key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Are they still giving out complimentary bottles to people?
Yes, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy. And as Frank says, she'll like it too.
I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
Just send a text. Text BELT to 231-231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BELT to 231-231. That's BELT to 231-231. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Tiger weather now.
There will be a slight chance for a shower thunderstorm popping up from this morning to the afternoon. Otherwise, a mix of clouds and sun today as the high warms up to 88 degrees. Then overnight, partly cloudy with a low dropping down to 67. For Saturday, sunny and slightly warmer with a high near 89. There may be an isolated shower tomorrow night with a low in the mid-60s. Then on Sunday, sunny and warmer as the high approaches 90. I'm Jeff Marr at the Weather Channel.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Bossier City's home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
Let's get to the meat of the matter with producer Rogers Hampton.
Hey, boy!
Here's your master of ceremonies, Patrick Netherton.
This is the Courtney Cox one, right? Was she like kind of like doing their arm swing thing? Wasn't that what she was? Yeah, kind of the arm swing back and forth. Carlton? Almost the Carlton. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. Keep sending in your Two Johns Upset special picks to the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 318-6570-HAM, 318-657-0426. Hambone, there's a box of Southern Made down on the other end of the building. And you know what I thought when I got over there? I was like, there were 3 left. And I was like, I do not need to be eating this. No, Hambone didn't. I ate all 3 of them. Even though I do not need to be eating it, Rogers. Well, hey, the donuts down there. It's like luring me down there, Rogers. It might be a trap for all I know, but it lured me down there. I looked like Scooby-Doo when he smells the Scooby snack, and he starts floating down the hall. Yeah, I was floating down the hall. But again, I do not need to be eating that. 318 said, subject, Chief Caddo. It's a sad day when we have to stop a great tradition like this. I remember the Chief way back in 1976, 1980. Again, I go back to the fact that the people that you are supposed to be honoring. And again, Chief Caddo was not a caricature. It was not, a crazy Indian. Like it was meant as in a reverential way. But when the people that you are honoring say we're insulted by this, we're not honored by it, then yeah, you kind of need to change it. Right? I mean, if this was just the chief, right? And it wasn't Chief Caddo, and it was just about, and for some reason it was just a giant wooden Indian, and no one knew why, and there was nothing attached to it about the Caddo Indian tribe and all of the Natchitoches and Nacogdoches and the father and all that and the sons. If there wasn't any of that legend and folklore behind it, then this would have gone away years and years ago, because you're at that point you're just kind of doing it's basically you're not honoring anyone at that point. But it was meant as an honorific toward the Caddo Indian Nation. The problem is they don't take it that way, and if the people that you're honoring say they're not honored by it, then you need to change it. I don't know what you go to. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the trophy should be. I'm not creative in that way. But you do have to retire the chief if the people that you're trying to honor for it feel insulted by it. Skins Daddy said, "Can you beat Taylor playing golf?" No. I'm if I were to practice a lot, and kind of get into and have my best round, I could probably stay within a few strokes of him. But, if he's playing well and I'm playing well, he's got me by a lot. Cocky said, "Folks down the interstate ought to play for a 7-foot-tall chief meat pie." Yeah, I mean, if it was a giant meat pie statue, no one would be offended by it. Although there's no, meat pies are not endemic in any way to... there's nothing about meat pies and Nacogdoches. It's a Natchitoches staple. Again, I don't kind of know. I mean, the legend was, the folklore was that the Caddo chief sent his 2 children, Natchitoches and Nacogdoches, sent one west, sent one east from the Sabine River. Go until you find a suitable place. He ended up about an equidistant place apart from the Sabine River. They settled. That became Nacogdoches and Natchitoches. That's the legend. Obviously, it didn't occur that way, but that's the legend, and that's the story that you always tell. And fine. And again, the statue itself is not. It's not done up in a. It's not like a warrior, or he's not. He's not brandishing a tomahawk or anything like that. He's just standing there in what would appear to be sort of ceremonial dress. But I don't. I just, if they're offended by it, then you got to change it. Cocky said, "My health insurance company sent those donuts." Yeah, probably. Well, what are they worried about? They're denying me for things that actually happened. They're not worried about me at this point. What stress test? Chuck said that Taylor Dane song is my Raining Men song. Oh, really? Tell It to My Heart is the one you crank up. All right, I like it. Hey, Tell It to My Heart's a good song, man. It's fabulous. Double J said the Maui Invitational has been moved to Oahu. Going to be some incredible hoops with Kansas, Tennessee, UCLA, Syracuse, Chaminade, Purdue, Gonzaga, and Marquette. Prayers for Lahaina. Absolutely, prayers for Lahaina, yes. And yeah, I'm glad the Maui Invitational's still going, right? Move it temporarily till everything kind of gets back and everyone kind of gets back on their feet. But yeah, I mean, Kansas, Tennessee, UCLA, Syracuse, Purdue, Gonzaga, Marquette, and then, of course, Chaminade, who's always involved because they're the local team. That's awesome. Chaminade. Yeah, Rogers. Sorry. I mean, it's a funny word. Yeah, it's funny. Funny word. It's funny hat. Yeah, funny hat. Chaminade. Do-do-do-do-do. The Chaminade. Do-do-do-do. Marco said, so the Caddo Indian's been going on for decades, so really it's about the money. How much money do they want to keep it Caddo Indian? There was no money involved. I don't know if you realize what level of football you're talking about. It has nothing to do with money. I read the letter that the head of the Caddo Indian Nation sent to the two universities. It never once mentioned money. It was basically, look, our heritage is not, we weren't warriors. That's not kind of how we want to be remembered. We are, we were peaceful. We were, they were more kind of peace brokers than anything else. And we don't want, and again, even though the chief himself is not depicted in any sort of warrior getup, they took it as, an aggressive homage. And again, they're the people that matter. Everybody, it was a firestorm on Facebook among the Northwestern State folks, just going on and on about the chief and this and that. And people were getting all upset. And I can't believe a bunch of woke people did this or whatever. It's not woke people, man. It's the people you said you are honoring. And they said we're not honored by it. We're insulted by it. And that's it. End of discussion right there. Again, if I think I'm doing something to honor Rogers Hampton and Rogers Hampton says, man, I'm insulted by this, I'm not going to continue to do it. Except if it's really funny, in which case I might continue to do it just because it's really funny. Like every time I do a terrible joke and Rogers is like, I'm not honored by this. I'm like, well, I'm going to keep doing it, even though it's not technically for him. It's not honoring Rogers. The things I do mostly just are just to make Rogers react in some way. I know if I get a good quality reaction from Rogers, I know I'm in good shape. So yeah, it was not. Again, it's not about us. It's about them. James said, to be honest, the only thing I remember about how exciting the match was last night, talking about the volleyball, NSU and Southeastern, was at the end, the table coming unplugged, and one of his students, one of his workers, Foul Ball Jordan is what we call him, Jordan Johnson, didn't know what to do. Yeah, something came unplugged, and so our monitor went out and our camera in the booth went out. So this was at the very end of the match, and we're trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to do a post-game interview? We don't have a camera here. This was going to be kind of crazy. And then our director of facilities walks over and plugs the table back in because apparently the whole table had come unplugged. So he plugs the table back in, and everything comes back on, and we were good. And got to talk to NSU head coach Sean Kirchhoff. It was exciting, though. Rogers, it was the first what I'd call really exciting volleyball match I've gotten to do. I kind of got to get into it, raise the energy level a little bit, and that was great. It was awesome to be able to have the opportunity to do that and tell the story. Cocky said, can we get some Taylor Dane Don't Rush Me bumper music? That's a Rogers Hampton thing, not a Patrick Netherton thing. So I don't know. Who knows if we even have it in the system? I'm impressed we have a Taylor Dane song, much less multiple Taylor Dane songs. But Cocky would like Don't Rush Me. So I guess we'll see if that's in there or not. And if you hear it, it's in there. And if you don't, you don't. Or Rogers may just decide he doesn't want to play it for you. Either way. It's Hambone's world. We're just living in it. We do what Hambone wants to do. It's why he's the producer of this here extravaganza. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to have Tyler Moody join us for Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers. Give you your picks for the weekend. We will look at we'll give you 7 picks, I believe, back to 7. We'll have Moody coming off of we did 8 last week, which we normally don't. We do 7, but Moody coming off of a 4-4 week. I came off of a 5-3 week. And so we will give you some more picks coming up in about 10 minutes and get you set for the weekend. Looks to be a reasonable weekend. Now we got more Deion Sanders again. We talked about it yesterday. Now they're insulting us and I mean, I don't understand. I get it. No, I completely understand. I don't like the always looking for the insult, right? Always looking at why we're being doubted, why people don't believe in us. Always looking for the chip on the shoulder, right? That's what Deion does. He's always looking for what is the chip on the shoulder, or the chip that he can put on the shoulder of his team. And to be honest with you, it bothers me a little bit. You know, worry about your own team and what they're doing. Stop worrying about what other people are saying about your team. Who cares? But every time someone says something about Colorado, Deion runs immediately and plays a video of it for his kids. And I know it's a motivating thing, and the kids, you know, maybe fires your team up, but at some point, doesn't the disrespect card get a little bit old? At some point, doesn't this grow old for you? I mean, I know you're, what are we, 3 weeks in? Can we, I don't know, maybe talk about what's good about Colorado, not why everyone else is disrespecting us? David sends a Facebook message on the Patrick Netherton show page and says, one resolution to the Chief Trophy I've seen is to make a 7'6" pole and play for the pole. Okay. I kind of like the idea of playing for Bigfoot. Like, I think that would be kind of funny. Even though I don't believe Rogers is Bigfoot big in East Texas has some Bigfoot, right? But like is Natchitoches area? I don't feel like that's a big thing. I feel like it's further south.
Anywhere there's a lot of woods.
Yeah, I feel like East Texas is a big Bigfoot area, but I don't feel like Natchitoches is. It'd be like playing for Natchitoches meat pies, right? Because meat pies are a Natchitoches thing, not a Nacogdoches thing. In my opinion, anyway. There you go. We do have Don't Rush Me by Taylor Dane in the system. So there you go. Congratulations, Cocky. You get to have a little Taylor Dane Don't Rush Me. All right, coming up next, we're going to have Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers with Tyler Moody. We'll give you your picks. Don't rush me. We'll be back. Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis and his team can handle everything from simple cleanings to major dental implants, all in-house. And if you've got a toothache, call 318-703-6680 by 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and you're guaranteed to be seen the same day. That's Hollis Dental Care. Call them at 318-703-6680 or find them at Benton Road and Wimple. Hollis Dental Care, the best spot for your smile.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing has been in business for over 6 decades, 60-plus years. That's remarkable, since technology is always shifting and times change. Not only has Bobby L. Greene Plumbing survived, they adapted to the modern marketplace, and they've thrived. Greene Plumbing can spot trouble faster and repair it quicker using the latest technology. That eliminates your discomfort and saves you money. Bobby L. Greene, the Greene Team, the plumbing team you like best.
If you're looking for the finest in seafood, the finest in steaks, and a beautiful ambiance, you're looking for Two John's Steak and Seafood, 2151 Airline Drive in Bossier City. It is absolutely spectacular, from the New Orleans-style courtyard to the ambiance of the bar to the elegance of the dining room. The best steaks, the best seafood, one of the best wine lists in town, and don't forget Friday lunch, where you can have a beautiful ribeye burger, just the tastiest one in town. It's Two John's Steak and Seafood, and make sure you tell Big John we said hello.
We're your local bank in your community, so come on in and say hi. You'll like what you see at your service. At GBT, at your service. At GBT, at your service. At GBT. We're gonna make it right for you every day, every way. We're at your service. GBT. At your service. GBT. Come on. We're more than a bank. We're more than a site. We're the friend you turn to when it's gotta be right. No matter how big, no matter how small, we're here to serve you and we give it our all. 'Cause we're at your service. GBT. At your service. GBT. We're at your service. GBT. We're the Gibbsman Bank and Trust, and we're at your service. GBT.
Member FDIC.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Hi, this is Lisa Janes, Director of Sales for Shreveport Bossier's Town Square Media. We're adding to our team of sales professionals and may have a place for you. This position isn't for everyone. It's hard work, but also fun, fast-paced, and can be very financially rewarding. Town Square Media works hard to provide a total media plan for our partner clients and help them grow their businesses. Our client success determines our success. If you have past media experience with agency and direct business, want to make more money, and want to grow your career, apply today at ShreveportJobs.com. No calls, please. We have an excellent training program and won't just kick you out the door and tell you to go make a living. We offer all aspects of marketing for businesses, including websites, broadcast, video, display, programmatic options, and more. Town Square Media is on the grow, and we have excellent benefits. Town Square Media is an equal opportunity employer. Females and minorities are encouraged to apply. Send your resume today to ShreveportJobs.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Teal season is underway, and if you want to learn how, when, and where to bag the limit, tune in to the Hook 'em Up and Track 'em Down show. You'll get updated migration reports weekly. Hook 'em Up and Track 'em Down is heard Wednesdays at 11 and Saturday mornings at 6 here on FM 103.3 or AM 1130 The Tiger.
Football is back with another week of epic games. And who's got you covered on all the action for every single one of them? DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers can bet $5 on football and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Nobody's missing out on the action this season. All DraftKings customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every game day this September. Get in on the NFL Week 2 action with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app now and use the code TIGER, T-I-G-E-R, to sign up. New customers can bet just $5 and take home $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code TIGER. The crown is yours. 21 and older, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-426-2537.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Walk-On's athletes put everything they've got into the game. Walk-On Sports Bistro puts everything we've got into bringing you a game day with a taste of Louisiana. Catch all your teams on over 70 big screen TVs. Dig into our mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. It's all made from scratch with ingredients you can't help but crave. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for LSU sports.
Let's get to the meat of the matter with producer Rogers Hampton.
Hey, boy!
Here's your master of ceremonies, Patrick Netherton.
Just saw myself doing a little dance. Pretty good, Roger. Yeah. No, Moody would dance with me. He'd be the Patrick Swayze to my Chris Farley. I guess we'd have to both be shirtless, Rogers. Yeah, I mean that's the rules when you're playing working for the weekend. Got to be shirtless. I may have to clip that dance, Rogers, and post that. Oh, who did it better, me or Chris Farley? We have to post that. Poor Rogers. He's almost done. He's so close to being finished with this show. Come on, baby, let's go. James said he wishes he could unsee what he just saw because he was watching on YouTube. Yeah, Rogers understands. He saw it too, and he saw it live in person. It's much worse. It's much worse in legitimate 3D 1080p. All right, we're working for the weekend, and you know that means we're bringing in the man, the myth, the legend, Tyler Moody, to join us. Moody Rogers back at home in Ratchet City today. Yeah, he's got no games tonight, so he's hanging out in the Port City, and then heading down to do a little sideline reporting for the old Demons tomorrow in the home opener against Stephen F. Austin. Rogers, I don't know if you knew this or not, but it's on ESPN Plus. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you knew that or not. Moody, what is up, my brother?
Hey, what's up, my friends? I'm in Shreveport for today. Then we'll do the game tomorrow, and then I'm off to L.A. for a few days.
Yeah.
To Vegas right after that. So I got a little trip planned, and then I'll be back, and we'll get back to work.
Moody heading off. I hope we get you back at some point. You know, if Vegas, they say Vegas sometimes will just take you.
You know, it almost did. I moved out to Vegas the summer between my junior and senior year of college, and I was thinking about becoming a professional poker player. And I did okay while I was out there, but I made a poor decision and was renting a spot with these people that may or may not have been into some things that I didn't want anything to do with. And so I was like, I cannot live here and have a bad omen. So I moved back, and it turned out well in the end.
Sure. Well, I mean, if you hadn't have moved back, you wouldn't have met me, and then you wouldn't have gotten 11 different jobs thanks to me. You know.
Exactly. You are 100% correct, Todd. Always, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm like your career pimp, kind of.
So true.
Yeah, but I do appreciate you always having my money for me. I do appreciate that.
What's crazy, I have only applied to one job. Every job I've ever been given has been someone saying, hey, do you want this job?
Right.
I don't know. It's the craziest thing. It's just wild.
Yeah. No, those are the best ways to get jobs, by the way, is when someone recognizes your innate talent and like, hey, let's give that guy a job. I do appreciate that. All right.
Or they feel sorry for me.
Either one. You know, like, man, this guy, I think he's homeless. Why don't we give him a job, see what happens? All right, you're like the guy, the homeless guy that had the great voice that used to do the voiceover, the voiceover guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Except your voice isn't that good. All right, it's time for Patrick's picks and Moody's Moneymakers, and I kid because I care, as Chris Myers used to say. Moody last week 4-4 after assuring us that Trevor Lawrence was going over 255 yards passing. Yeah, and then assuring us that Sean Payton and Russell Wilson were going to be the deals.
I wasn't as sure about that.
Okay.
I was much more sure.
And absolutely positive that the Browns and Bengals were going to be a shootout. Mm-hmm. And then said certainly the Saints would beat the Titans by more than 3.
Yeah, hey, in my defense, I did not realize it was going to be down 4 in that Cleveland game. I did not realize that at the time, so I probably would have steered clear, but definitely the rain impacted that game.
Well, I got what is the one I had some Tulane. I had Tulane plus 7.5, and then here comes word that Michael Pratt's not playing, and I'm going, well, do I change the pick? Do I go ahead and just say, hey, I'm gonna make a call an audible here, and then Tulane almost covered anyway until Ole Miss got a fumble return touchdown at the last minute. So,
yeah, that was a crazy finish for bettors out there.
Oh, the worst. All right, Moody. So our 3 picks that we have to make in today's action for this weekend: LSU minus 9.5 at Mississippi State. You have Cowboys minus 9 hosting the Zach Wilson Jets. And you know what? You know what they say about Zach Wilson, or what Zach Wilson says about himself? Man, I love football. And then you've got the Saints that are 3-point favorites on the road at the Carolina Panthers. So let's start with LSU, Moody. 11 a.m. Saturday on the road, cowbells, just an awful way to play a football game. They are a 9.5-point favorite at Mississippi State.
Oh, man, I don't know a thing about Mississippi State. This is the least amount I've ever known about college football going into this season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I couldn't care less. It's crazy. I'm going to take LSU looks bad that first game, but Mississippi State's rarely good. I'm going to take LSU to cover.
Yeah, and they don't have Leach anymore, which changes things. And they're also weirdly not throwing it that much, even though they've got Will Rogers back there, who's one of the best. Is one of the best pro prospects, and also a terrific question that I ask about Rogers Hampton all the time. Will Rogers, and then insert something here. I'm going to take LSU minus 9.5 as well. I think LSU wins that game reasonably, even at 11 a.m. on the road, all that stuff. I think LSU wins pretty handily. All right, next we have Cowboys and Jets with Man I Love Football hunter Zach Wilson, who is carrying a 9-point underdog status heading to Jerry World, or as I like to call it, Jonestown, because everyone drinks the Kool-Aid. Moody. Jets plus 9 at the Cowboys. What say you?
This is an insane line because the over-under is only 38.5.
Jeez.
So, Vegas thinks that the Cowboys are going to completely shut down the Jets. The Jets' defense looked really good in that first game. I'm going to take the Cowboys minus 9 because I think they're going to possibly shut out the Jets. I really do think it's possible. So I'm going to take the Cowboys to cover. I don't like it. I think Dak could give the ball away a couple times to the Jets defense, and this becomes a close football game. But from what I saw in week 1 from the Cowboys and from Zach Wilson, I have to go Cowboys minus 9, but I do not love it at all.
Well, considering that the Cowboys defense was the reason they beat the Giants 40-0, I think you hit it on the head. The Jets defense is really good. Saleh is a very good defensive coach. We saw that with the 49ers. We're seeing it again with the Jets. I think they keep it close. I don't think they win, but I could certainly see a late touchdown, late field goal, trying the onside kick afterwards. I could see this being a 6 or 7 point game at the end. So I'm going to take the Jets plus 9, just because I'm not sure that with that defense, the Cowboys are going to be able to run away from them. So to speak. So,
well, I think it's whichever defense plays better. Like, can you get a touchdown from your defense?
Sure.
That's probably what's going to sway this game.
Or former Stephen F. Austin wide receiver Xavier Gibson. Does he have another magic bullet left in the gun there? All right, final NFL must pick for us, and of course the final NFL pick I'll make. Saints 3-point favorites on the road against the Panthers.
I'm going to take the Saints to cover here. The Saints, of course, won last week. I told you that was going to be a super close game.
Yeah.
I had to take the Saints to cover. Of course, they end up winning by 1.
Right.
Anyways, is what it is. I'm going to put myself in the exact same position. Saints on the road, -3. That Carolina offensive line is really bad. The Saints have a great front four there, especially. I'm going to take the Saints to cover the 3 on the road.
I'm with you on that. I think the Saints win reasonably easily. I think you saw the video of Derek Carr kind of calling his own offense there at the end, telling Rashid Shaheed to go long, and he'd hit him, and he did. I like that kind of confidence from a quarterback. It's very Drew Brees-esque to go in there and say, hey, we're going to make this work, and it worked. So I like that. I think the offense is building, and I think the defense is very good. Panthers are still building. I will go with you. I'll take the Saints -3, but I think they'll cover reasonably easily. All right, sir.
I liked everything I saw from Carr in that game.
Yeah.
As far as like his interactions on the sideline, there were some moments in the passing game, whatever, but like the interactions and the team chemistry on the sideline looked very, very good and promising if you're a Saints fan.
Sure. All right, your first pick, sir.
Oh, I'm going to Jacksonville. I mean, I'm riding with them all year. Jacksonville +3.5. I'm actually going to take the Jacksonville money line in this game, but I will take Jacksonville +3.5 for the sake of the picks here. I think there's 3 things I like in this game. I like Jacksonville +3.5. I like the over of 51, and then I'm going to like Trevor Lawrence over passing. But I'm going to take Jags +3.5 for the picks. And I think it's going to be the most exciting game of the entire week.
It is the Chiefs, by the way, just so everyone knows. Chiefs are coming to Jacksonville.
Yeah, my bad. I do apologize. So I've got the Jags winning that game against the Chiefs. I think that it's going to be a heck of a game, probably the most exciting game of the season to this point is my bet. So Jags +3.5.
Doesn't have a lot of competition at this point just yet. No. we are 1 weekend. All right, so Jags +3.5. My first pick. Moody, why do they keep disrespecting my boy? Why? Kansas is only a 28-point favorite at Nevada? Come on, man. What are you doing disrespecting Lance Leipold and the Jayhawks? You know what? If anyone deserves to be on the Deion Sanders disrespectation train, it's Lance Leipold, because they keep disrespecting my boy. 28 points, that's it. At Nevada, did you see the juggernaut? They almost blew Illinois out of the water. They didn't, but they almost did. Had a couple chances, too, and then they fumbled down inside the 20, whatever. I'm taking Kansas -28, not because I believe any of what I just said, but mostly because I'm riding with my boy. And I do think they're going to – Jalen Daniels is banged up, but apparently going to play. He's healthy enough. He's practiced. They're missing a couple of defensive guys, but that won't matter. Nevada's a train wreck. Even out in Nevada – give me Kansas -28 at Nevada. Let's go.
We'll run through Nevada.
Yes, literally.
Next up for me, I have to put Trevor Lawrence on there. I told you I'm probably going to do it every
Okay.
week.
He's already let you
Trevor
down
Lawrence,
once, man.
I know, and the thing is, he could have easily thrown for 300 yards in that game. It was, I don't know, there was some weird play calling, but I think this against the Chiefs, it'll be inevitable that he has to air it out quite a bit. I've got Lawrence over 261.5 is what the line is set at in that game.
All right, Trevor Lawrence over 261.5 passing. He let you down. He ended up 14 yards short of the 255. If he throws for 255, is that just a push?
He had, well, I think they always put the hook on there so that you have to go one way or the other. But he had a touchdown that was called back, like a 30-yarder that was called back that would have put it over. So I just had to eat that.
Those are the worst. Those are the worst. All right, now to actual picks. Last week, I gave you Virginia +6.5 against James Madison. James Madison's been very good moving up. Virginia, better than you think they are. They did not win. They kept it. I think they lost by a point in a really high-scoring affair. Next thing you know, you look up, and Virginia is a 15-point underdog at Maryland. Maryland? I know they have Tagovailoa's brother, but come on, man. Maryland? No, Maryland's not beating anybody by 15 points. Come on. Virginia, good defense. I have no idea if Virginia wins this game, but I like them to keep it close. Give me Virginia +15 on the road at Maryland.
Like that?
Yeah. Well,
next up, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to cover 2.5 against the Chicago Bears. This is I don't believe in Chicago at all. I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. I think Baker played well enough in Week 1. The line in that game is 2.5. I think the Bucs cover, win it by a touchdown plus, to be honest with you. So I'm taking Tampa Bay minus 2.5.
This is what always kind of freaks me out about the NFL. Week 2 lines are always so weird.
Yes.
Right? Because you see something in Week 1, and, of course, we all rush to judgment based on what we saw in Week 1. The one that I specifically looked at that I thought was weird was, where did it go?
Green Bay, Atlanta?
Ravens, Bengals.
Sure. I think that's right.
Green Bay, Atlanta also. Yeah,
That's
Green Bay looked like world beaters against the Bears, but they looked great in Week 1. Jordan Love, 3 touchdowns, all that. They go to the Falcons, and suddenly they're a 1.5-point dog? Like, what?
Super strange.
Yeah. Ravens at Bengals. Ravens looked great in Week 1. Bengals looked awful. It was in a rainstorm, but still, Joe Burrow threw for 1 yard and whatever. Cincinnati's a 3-point favorite. Like it's so weird.
I think the Bengals should be the favorites in this game. So they're a more complete team. I'm not putting as much stock into the Week 1 game with Cincinnati and Cleveland as I am the other games, just because of the weather. Joe Burrow had missed a lot of time. I actually think Cincinnati -3 is where that should be, because if Cincinnati had played well last week, they're probably 5.5-point favorites.
I don't know. The lines are strange. Like Giants are only a 4.5-point favorite at the Cardinals. They both look terrible. Cardinals didn't look terrible at all in the Week 1. They almost won, and yet the Giants are somehow a favorite by 4.5. Like, that feels like it should be a pick'em game. I don't know. So Week 2 lines always crack me up in the NFL, because we all overreact to Week 1. So then Vegas comes back and goes, look, we know what these guys were all along. Mm-hmm. Like, why is Miami only a 3-point favorite at the Patriots? Tua threw for 500 yards and 3 touchdowns. I don't know.
Bill Belichick defense.
I'm telling you, I guess. Yeah. All right, my next pick, I am going to a big battle in the SEC East. Tennessee on the road at Florida. I love Tennessee. I love Joe Milton throwing the ball out of the stadium all the time. He can throw it 105 yards or whatever they determined last time. Florida has been a bit of a dumpster fire. They're getting better. I don't believe in Billy Napier. I don't believe in Graham Mertz, the Wisconsin transfer. Tennessee at Florida. Tennessee only a 6-point favorite in this game. I think they win by double digits. Give me Tennessee -6 at Florida. Your last pick, sir.
Yeah, my last game here. I'm going with the Cleveland Browns -2.5 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers got absolutely dominated by the 49ers. I don't believe in Kenny Pickett at all. They're also without Deontay Johnson going into this game. I think it sets up really well on Monday night for Cleveland just to run the football, take advantage of what they have downfield with Amari Cooper, and should cover this game. I think Cleveland blows Pittsburgh out. The fact that it's 2.5 is weird for me. I think they should be 4+ point favorites, but they are on the road, so you have to take that into account. Give me Cleveland -2.5 against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Moody just biased against guys with tiny hands. Just
part of it.
That's all there is to it.
I do not believe in Kenny Pickett at all. I mean, I've been pretty vocal about that for the last year plus.
Well, it is weird. Every time I go by your place, you're out on the sidewalk screaming Kenny Pickett is a fraud. I didn't really get that, but whatever makes you happy,
Kenny
man.
Pickett and Daniel Jones. You put them together. I think they're both frauds.
All right, and then my final pick. I'm going to stay with the state of Kansas. We're going to go with a little border rivalry, if you will. Kansas State, the Little Apple, against Mizzou. Kansas State has been really good, really solid. I think Craig Bohl's the coach there now. They've just done such a great job. They run the ball well. They're at Mizzou. Mizzou has been okay. I'm not a huge Eli Drinkwitz guy. Kansas State's only favored by 4 on the road at Missouri. I know this is kind of a rivalry thing, whatever, but I still love Kansas State -4 at Mizzou. I think Kansas State takes care of business. I love what Kansas State has going on there. They're playing the way that you feel like Kansas State should be playing, right? They're That's Chris Kleiman, the former North Dakota State coach, not Craig Bohl. Chris Kleiman, the other one. They're running the ball. They're tough, smash mouth, all of that stuff. I love Kansas State. -4 at Mizzou. All right, so to recap, we both go LSU -9.5 at Mississippi State. We both like Saints -3 at the Panthers. We split. Moody likes Cowboys -9 against the Jets. I like the Jets +9 at the Cowboys. Moody goes Jags +3.5 against the Chiefs. That's a home game in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence over 261.5 passing. Bucks -2.5 against the Bears, and the Browns -2.5 at the Steelers. I like Virginia +15 at Maryland. Tennessee -6 at Florida. Kansas State -4 at Missouri. And the ultimate in disrespect, Kansas only a 28-point favorite at Nevada. I got the Jayhawks -28. See you tomorrow, Moody.
All right, brother.
Tyler Moody, the man, the myth, the legend. Don't forget to catch Moody down on the sidelines in tomorrow's action, Northwestern State and Stephen F. Austin. That's a 6 o'clock matchup on ESPN+. And if you're so inclined to watch a little regional volleyball, Northwestern State, Louisiana Tech, tonight at 7 on ESPN+. So join us if you are so inclined. Myself and Kaylee Carter tonight. Myself, Gary Reasons, and Tyler Moody tomorrow. And then me and Kyle Nolan, former Lady Demons soccer player, on Sunday for Northwestern State and Southeastern Louisiana. Look, have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy all the football, all the sports. Just have a blast. That's what we're here for. We love sports. We love this time of year, and we love bringing all of this to you as well. And you might even get to see my Chris Farley dance show up on the YouTube channel at some point. Sports Talk is coming your way in about 20 minutes. I got to head to Natchitoches. For Rogers Hampton, I'm Patrick Netherton. Be safe and careful out there this weekend, everyone. We'll see you back here on Monday on the Patrick Netherton Show. Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis